Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Yvonne and thank you for being here. If you are new here, thank you for coming. Please like, comment and subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. And if you are old here, thank you for being part of the growing community. So today we have another episode of Ghana Beyond Accra, and then today I'm taking to the streets of Kumasi. I'm planning on visiting like 4 places today, so hopefully I get everything done today and then I can put everything in one video. But if not, I'll definitely come back and then do another video. Okay, bye. Looking for some things that I think that I can find. Oh yeah, why is this so for me? Oh yeah, just say alright. Oh yeah. You wanna get with me, stop it. Looking for some things that I think that I can find. Oh yeah, why is this so for me? Oh yeah, just say alright. Oh yeah. You wanna get with me, stop it. Hi, so I'm back home now from exploring the city of Kumasi. So I initially said I would try and visit 4 places, but today I wasn't able to do that. I was able to visit 3 places out of the 4. I planned on visiting the military museum, the Anokye sword site, the Prempeh II museum, and the Kumasi zoo. So I was able to visit all the places except the Kumasi zoo. The first place I went to is the military museum. Here I was not allowed to take videos of the inside of the building, but the outside I was able to take some videos. So I'm going to talk about the military museum in Kumasi. And at the entrance of the museum, there's these tanks that are arranged in front of the building, and you see the different structures inside the compound. So it was initially a palace before Menchia came into being. It was built by Ashanti Nana Osetutu Kwamena. Yes, Osetutu Kwamena. And then he came about the idea of building because he went to Cape Coast to deal with the British. So initially the Cape Coast people served as middlemen between the Ashantis and then the British. So this Ken wanted to deal directly with the British, and then that's when he went there and saw the forts that they have, specifically the Cape Coast castle, and he was fascinated and ordered his people to bring granites from Cape Coast into Kumasi, and then they used it to build a palace for him to stay in. So after that, there was a war between the Fantis and then the Ashantis, and then the Ashantis still won. But Asante Tutu Kwamena died not during that war, like after a year after that war, and then he died, and then another king came called Kofi Kakari, Okomfo Kofi Kakari. Yes, and then during his time there was another war broke out called the Sagranti War. This time the British and the Fantis became allies, and then they fought against the Ashantis. So in this war they actually won and Ashantis lost, and then they were meant to sign a bond where they were supposed to pay a certain amount of gold to the governors and stuff like that. So after Kofi Kakari died as well, and then after him there came Sajamai Prempeh, Otumfo Sajamai Prempeh. He was 18 when he was installed. So when he came, he went over the technicalities of the bond that they signed, and found out it's really unrealistic for them to be paying that money. So he spoke to them to either reduce it or he is not going to pay at all. So that one too broke out into a war, and then say Ajay Pempe ordered his people not to fight, so they surrendered, and then he and some of his family members were taken to Cape Coast. And then because they realized the Ashanti people can walk to Cape Coast, so it's likely that they can come and rescue their kin, they took him to Sierra Leone, and then from Sierra Leone they took him to Seychelles Island. So when Mr. Ajay Pempe was taken into exile, there was no Ashanti kin. So the British took control of Ashanti. So they used this fort as their base of operations. Yeah, they used it as their base of operations, and then they used it to train military men as well for the World War I and II. That's how come it became the Armed Forces Museum or the Military Museum. So this place has like a lot of history. I don't think I can go through all of them, but it's a definite place for you to try whenever you're in Kumasi. Here again too, I saw a mortar. If you've watched my video on places to visit in Gambia, you realize I talked about a mortar over there. So yeah, there was a case that had the insignia of the Gold Coast military, and then like medals and badges. Apparently there's these 2 badges that are still in use. One has the spider, and then one has the spears. Yeah, spears and shield. Yes, those 2 are still in use. So there are cases of guns, knives, machetes, all used during the war and then brought back. So there are machine guns, there are pistols, there are bullets on display, types of bullets on display. Yeah, so a whole lot. There's also this cap on display that was given to the best shots thing during shooting. Then there's this man that was the first Ghanaian to ever enter into the Guinness Book of Records. He got into it because he had a hat matching every outfit that he had. Yeah, so that was what made him enter the Guinness Book of Records. Yeah, so he also went to war. His name was Nana Jemfi II. Yeah, so he also went to war, and right by his picture, his ration of food, military ration of food that he didn't eat, he brought it by recently. He died in 2003. It's not that recent, but then yeah, he died in 2003, and then he had 2 wives, 36 children, and 150 grandchildren. He did well. God said, go and procreate and fill the land, and he did it. I think there was this hotel that had his pictures around them when he died. I don't know if it was when he died or it was just for the creation. I think it was Georgia Hotel. Yeah, if I'm correct, around Ahojo. So there's this section that has the communication system that they used. It had batteries, receiver, stuff like that. I took a picture of it. So instead of the phone that we are using now, in the olden days they didn't have that. So it's a whole setup for you to just get in touch with someone. They also changed all the locks on the compound, and then so they have a case of all the old locks that they changed, and then their keys. So there was this one room that the British people did not leave the keys for them, and then they went back to their country. So they broke the lock, and then it was gold that was in that room. So they took it back and then changed the locks for that room as well. So that one too is in the display case. From there, there was this thing that's like a signage that has Kumasi on it, and then there's this arrow at the top, and apparently before you can join the military, you have to be able to reach that arrow there. And your girl was like here, and then the thing was somewhere here, so I wouldn't have been able to qualify. But then yeah, it was there, so I tried to touch it. I think I was able to touch it with my fingertip. Even now, I'm nowhere near the required height for you to join the military. So yeah, And because of that, it was mostly the Northerners that were able to join the military because they are tall. They have like that stature, they are tall, and then they were able to reach the point where they were looking for. So the first ever peacekeeping mission that Ghana went on was in DR Congo. Yes, and on display they have this mask. It was fortified, and then because of that they weren't able to shoot them for them to die. You understand? So in the same room, like the UN room, there's another case that has the stuff from the Rwanda genocide. Yes, and it was really a really bloody one where a lot of people died over a period of days. It was between two tribes, the Hutus and Tutsis. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. They have this like a wooden thing with nails around it. They were said to use to smash people's heads. And then there's also another case that has the UN there's this t-shirt, a UN t-shirt, and then the UN cap, and then another type of hat, the round one. Yes, it's also there. So that's the UN room. I went to another room where there was this band, Gold Coast band. I think it's a band set, if that's what it's called. The set is there, and then the uniforms of the military people. There's a whole lot over there. This is a few things that I can mention, but it's a definite place for you to try. It's a place that should be on your list if you're in Ghana and when you come to Kumasi. So this brings us to the end of the museum here. And so from the museum is actually close to the Anokye Teaching Hospital, and then close to the cultural center where the Prempeh II Museum is, and then close to the Kumasi Zoo. But then I wasn't able to go there because of time.